Okay, here we are. I am preparing my team for week 8 of the Not So Casual Pokemon League. Two quick things. One, sorry if the audio quality is worse. I am not at my desktop, so I'm using my laptop audio, and yeah. The other thing, this is still technically week 7 of the league, but we're playing our game a little early because I'm going to be I'm going on vacation soon. Anyways, here we are. So, my team, same deal as usual. Got this hazard stack with some fast offensive threats to kind of take down a team that's been weakened. Some nice defensive pieces here, and then Goldango as a kind of linchpin to hold the hazards together. And my opponent this week is Cool Beans, which is the rain team of our pool. So we've got Politoed, 2 Swift Swimmers, Manaphy's got Hydration and all that nonsense. Jirachi can set rocks, do all the annoying Jirachi things. Wellspring is just kind of an offensive threat. Tornadus is of the flying type. Gligar's kind of a hazard user, fairy type, and then Feroquimi, and then Megametric is sort of the fast electric threat. As for my team, pop open Team Builder. What I've got here, we have Ting Lu. It may seem a little odd to bring Ting Lu into a rain matchup, but it answers Tornadus pretty well. It answers Megametric pretty well. In fact, it's my ground type, so if I didn't bring this, Megametric would actually be a pretty big problem. And also, rocks are very good in this matchup. It's pretty good against Jirachi, so there is enough reason to bring it, even if it seems a little odd to bring it in a rain matchup. And the other thing, too, is it's a very good user of Protect, which could actually be quite valuable, as I might want to be stalling out rain turns in this game. We'll see when the actual game happens if that's the case, but could be good to have. Goldango, if you look at this team, you'll notice that even including Terra types, there's not a single Ghost resistance, so I didn't feel the need to run Make It Rain. I just am running Shadow Ball, and then a bunch of support moves. I've got Nasty Plot to buff up, Recover to heal, and Thunder Wave to attempt to paralyze Pokemon, most notably Tornadus. It'd be really nice to cut that thing's speed. Toxapex is, just a good defensive piece, as always, especially good against rain since it resists water and has really high bulk. It can actually take Floatzel Wave Crash okay-ish. And Shed Shell I'm bringing because this Politoed as the weather setter, it tends to run Whirlpool Perish Trap a lot, and especially if he sees that I have Toxapex, I assume he's going to run that. So I'm hoping to sort of get up T-Spikes when baiting that set and then switch out at the last minute. I think that could be pretty valuable. We'll see if I actually get to pull that off, but I think that'd be a pretty nice thing in this matchup. And also just T-Spikes in general. Ogerpon can't hold Boots. Politoed wants to hold the rock item, the Damp Rock. Kingdra and Floatzel want damage items. So there's a lot of Pokemon here affected by T-Spikes that'd be very nice to land a poison on. So I like it a lot here. Zarude, my Terra Captain. I just went with Terra Grass this game. I think that it's the best against his whole team. As you see, there's kind of one prominent grass-resistant Tornadus, but everything else is either weak or neutral to grass. And so I think being able to just spam high-power grass attacks will be good. The EVs, this attack is enough that Terra Grass Petal Blizzard one-shots Manaphy, just so I don't lose to Manaphy. Some sort of setup nonsense there. Knockoff is to give me a move to hit Jirachi, the other grass-resistance Jirachi, as well as Tornadus. Trailblaze, so I can get a little bit faster, maybe call that in the switch, become a little faster than Tornadus. 2 Trailblazes, and I start outspeeding some of the other threats like Adamant Floatzel or Kingdra. And Bulk Up is just a nice setup move. The faster threats on this team tend to lean physical, so it's good. Zoroark is my Scarfer. Outside of rain, it outspeeds everything. As we discussed earlier, there's not a single Ghost resist, and if Tornadus is paralyzed and Toxic Spikes are up, Hex is the freest click ever. Does million damage to everything. And here's the little fun piece for this week. If I were tryharding as much as possible, back to my team, I would either run Rotom or Gorgeist. There's only one ground type, so you can spam Volt Switches with Rotom, and Gorgeist just kind of resists a lot of things. If I were tryharding, I'd run one of those. But the thing is, we do have this whole thing in this league where you can run 2 Pokemon that are the same Pokedex number as long as they're different, regional forms or something. And I drafted both Zoroarks, so I want to run both Zoroarks, which means every time I send a Pokemon in, my opponent's not going to know, is it a Zoroark, one of the 2 Zoroarks, or is it the original Pokemon? And I'm hoping to just essentially create a lot of confusion that way. This Zoroark set in particular is just kind of spamming dark moves, because the only resist is Alcremie, who I'm not that worried about. and I can remove items, which is good against most of these guys. Would be really great if I can like knock off Polytoad, make the Damp Rock go away, maybe even Pursuit Trap it if I'm really lucky. Sunny Day can unset the weather, which is a big thing I'm planning on doing here. And Sucker Punch can maybe catch something off guard, like if there's a low health Floatzel, I can finish it off before it kills me. Especially if I'm disguised as something that would never click Thunder Punch or Sucker Punch, like Toxapex or Goldingo. As for my lead to this game, I'm currently debating. I might bring Pax because Toxic Spikes are so valuable here. I might lead Zoroark and just try to catch something with a knockoff Pursuit combo. You know, if I can eliminate Tornadus, then Zarude is a lot better off. If I can eliminate Polytoad, I'm much better off for the game in general. So, considering the Zoroark lead, I think that could be pretty good. But we'll see when the actual game comes. It's probably either going to be Toxapex or Zoroark. So, anyways, that's my team. Hope you are looking forward to the game. I'll see you back when the game starts.